I always wanted to be a coach at Stowe at some point. I never know I'd be a lifer per se, but as you say, but you know, that was able to happen, and I always kind of felt like, you know, if I get to while I'm climbing the ladder, if I ever get a place where I feel like this is where I should stay, that I would, and that's kind of what's happening here. Well, certainly a driving force for my staying here at Stowe is the outstanding status of this community and the school system, and what it offered my own children, and there's certainly no regrets there at all. What that means to me is, and what is the kids over the years that have sold out to what we're doing. You know, we live in an age where people keep saying kids aren't the same anymore. In our gym, they are. You know, we have kids that'll it doesn't maybe not happen day one, but we'll get there every year. Kids will buy into what we're doing. They'll commit to something bigger than themselves. They'll check their ego at the door, and they'll find out that they can do amazing things. And I think of the guys that have done that over the years, you know, whether they're all state or guys that never even step on the floor. That's, you know, when you throw around a number like that, that's what I think of. You know, I want my kids to know that we're responsible to live up to the legacy of those who've laid the foundation here. But they've handed us responsibility to live up to that. But maybe even a greater responsibility is we leave that same kind of legacy for our middle school kids. The talent may vary year to year. The size, the depth of my players may change year to year. But hopefully Stowe will always have a lot of heart, a lot of grit, a lot of discipline, a lot of will. We'll always play together. Those are the things that allow you to have milestones like that. We'd like to be known for being a team where the guys sell out for each other, do whatever they can for each other, and become more than what even they thought they could become.
What about, do you have any traditions before games or as a fan base that you've implemented since you've been here? Traditions? Maybe something you do in the locker room before every game? That's
interesting, because there is a tradition that's pretty, like, when I work with Jim McDonald, there's a saying he had before every game. I always recite that. It's the last thing before we leave the locker room is I recite that poem. To me, that's pretty meaningful, you know. I started tearing up then too. The author of the quote is George Moriarty, and it goes, "Who can ask more of a man than giving all within his span? Giving all, it seems to me, is not so far from victory." And that's what we're about, giving everything you've got giving to your teammates, to your Lord if you're a believer, to your school, to yourself. Just giving all you have. And then when you walk off the floor, you're walking off with no regrets. And win or lose, I've done my all.